Hey, good morning. Welcome to our Academic All-Stars. Each year we recognize students that are achieving in the classroom, and old man winter hit us, Mr. Birdsong, this last couple of days. It's really cold, and December is here, but we've got some students that are really doing some wonderful things in the classroom. We want to recognize them. This morning we brought a fifth grader, or Mr. Birdsong's brought a fifth grader, Miss Evan Watts. Welcome.
Thank you.
And I hear Evan is an excellent student and doing some excellent work in the classroom.
She is an excellent student, straight A student actually, and beyond that, she's a leader in her grade level, leads by example, and quite a feisty basketball player, I've learned. So she's just a well-rounded student.
Well, Evan, being a feisty basketball player, did that come from mom or dad?
Mom.
Mom, okay.
Yeah.
All right. And since we've already mentioned Mom, if you would you tell us who these people are behind us?
This is my dad, and that's my mom. That's my grandma, and that's my grandpa.
Well, welcome, guys. We appreciate you coming this morning. Always when we see a student achieving in the classroom, we know that there's a good mom and dad and a good support system at home, and education is valued. Mom, tell us about this young lady. Tell us about her activities and all the things she does at home or around the house.
She's busy. She's usually dancing 4 to 5 days a week after school till 8 or 9 o'clock. So we sneak school in before dance starts, and sometimes we sneak it in a little bit after dance starts. And she's basketballing, and she's tumbling, and she's just a really busy girl that we think is pretty fabulous.
Well, it sounds like she's doing very well in the classroom. Do you happen to have a favorite subject?
Either math or social studies.
All right. Well, being a fifth grader, not for long, you'll be in middle school. Well, it's not so bad. I think you're going to do very well. But for being our academic all-star, we want to present you with this award and this trophy and encourage you to keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll be back in just a moment with another Academic All-Star. And welcome back. We're here with our second elementary Academic All-Star. And each year we recognize students that are achieving in the classroom. And this year, Mr. Birdsong, you brought some fifth graders in that are doing very well in the classroom. Would you introduce this young man and maybe tell us just a bit about him?
Yeah, this is Bodie Shahan. He was recommended for this honor by his teachers and Dr. McDaniel and myself. His teachers, when they talk about him, they use words like highly intelligent. So he's obviously a good student, but he's also just a well-rounded student, likes football. I tried to get him to change this to a different color hoodie, but he wouldn't do it.
Yeah. Well, he's got time to outgrow it.
No, I knew one.
Okay. We were talking just a little bit a while ago, Bodie and I, about classes and subject areas you like, and you told me it was science, correct? And what area of science do you prefer?
Life science.
Life science. And future plans?
NFL.
The NFL, I believe quarterback for
Dallas.
the Dallas Cowboys. How about them Cowboys? They won last night, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm a little old to stay up that late, but last I saw they were ahead. We've got a young lady behind you here that came to support you today. Would you introduce her to us?
It's my mom, Sheila Chapman.
Welcome.
Thank you.
You must be very proud of this young man.
We are very proud of Bodie.
Sounds like he's doing very well in his studies and going to do some great things in the future.
Definitely will.
And for that, we want to honor you and we want to give you this award, tell you how proud we are of you, and keep up the good work.
Thank you.
And we'll be back in just a moment with another elementary academic all-star. And we're back with another academic all-star. Mr. Birdsong, you brought a young lady today that is doing very well in the classroom and achieving. Would you introduce her and tell us a bit about her?
Yeah, this is Lily Bryant. She's an excellent student. She always has a smile on her face every time I see her. Energetic about starting her day, and pretty good big sister, I hear too. I think she does a little babysitting at home.
All right. One sister?
Two.
Two sisters. Who's the boss?
Autumn.
Okay, not you.
No.
Okay. I understand being the oldest, I understand that very well. You brought some folks with you today, and they're standing behind you here. Would you introduce them for us?
Yes, this is my dad, John, and this is my mom, Summer.
Well, welcome, guys. I must be very proud of this young lady, and if you would, tell us just a little bit about her.
Super proud of her. She's a very good kid with a big heart, always wanting to do for others, and she loves school and takes it very seriously.
Well, it sounds like she's doing very well, too. I think you told me a while ago social studies was your favorite area? Social studies? Well, you're just about, a semester away from being in middle school? How does that strike you?
I'm scared to be in this school, but I'm really excited.
I think that's pretty normal. I think you're going to do very well, though. For being our academic all-star, we want to present you with this award, tell you we're very proud of you, and to keep up the good work.
Thank
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And we'll be back in just a moment. And welcome back. We're here with another academic all-star, and Mr. Birdsong been very impressed today of the young men and women that you brought to us, achieving in the classroom, and this young lady is no exception to that rule. It sounds like she is quite a good student and quite a good young lady, and if you would, maybe introduce her and give us just a little bit of her background.
Okay, this is Abby Whitehead. She's an excellent student. She's straight A's like all our academic all-stars. One quality I think she has that's unique is she really puts all her classmates first. She just never has a mean thing to say. She builds her classmates up, and I think that's just a unique quality that needs to be shared.
Well, Abby, you're just about a semester away from going to middle school. Any thoughts on what that's going to be like?
It's going to be scary going to a new school and not seeing it, but I think it's going to be really fun.
I think it is too, and I think you're going to do very well. Would you introduce this lady behind us?
This is my mom, Sherry.
Welcome, Mom. How are you today?
Thank you. I'm good. How are you?
Hey, very good. Tell us a little bit about this young lady.
This little lady right here has got a big heart, and like Mr. Birdsong says, she is always trying to build somebody up. One of the things I'm most proud of her about is her character. She's just always putting somebody else first. Usually animals above that.
Well, it sounds like you're doing very, very well in the classroom, and I think you're going to do very well in middle school and high school too. For your accomplishments, we want to give you this award, tell you we're very proud of you, and we want to encourage you to keep up the good work. Congratulations. Thank you. And we'll be back in just a moment. And welcome back. We're here with another academic all-star. Miss Smith from the middle school is here, and Miss Smith, we have a young lady today that's achieving in the classroom, and I understand a very good student, Miss Ella Watt. Would you tell us a little bit about her?
Yes, Ella's a leader in our school. She is president of our student council. She's an honor student. She takes all leadership roles that we put her in. I mean, she takes it and she takes charge with it. So we're very proud of her.
Well, it sounds like you can't say no. Taking all that responsibility. Well, that's a good thing when you can handle it, and it looks like you can. We brought some folks today. They're standing behind you. Would you introduce them for us?
That's my grandpa and my grandma and my sister, my mom and my dad.
Well, Dad, it seems like this young lady's doing very well in the classroom. Maybe you could tell us a little bit about her?
She's a good girl. She stays busy before school, after school. She dances 3 or 4 nights a week, tumbling. Her and her sister are both good girls, and we're very proud of her.
Well, we're very proud too, and for being our academic all-star, we want to present you with this award. And you're about 4 or 5 months away from being in high school, correct?
Yes.
Brand new world, a lot of opportunities, a lot of interesting things to do. Anything in high school you're particularly looking forward to?
Cheerleading.
Cheerleading. All right. Well, it sounds like you're doing very well. We want to encourage you to keep up the good work and continue to be a good student. And we're very proud of you. And for that, we want to give you this award.
Thank you.
And thank you for being here today. Welcome back. We're here again with Miss Smith. Miss Smith, we have another young lady from the middle school that's doing very well in the classroom, a very good student. And if you would you introduce her and tell us just a little bit about her?
Okay, this is Alyssa Neese, and she is another one of our honor students. She does very well academically. She's great in the classroom. She's also a member of our high school band and does well there. She has a concert tonight that she's looking forward to. So I can't say enough good things about her. She does really well in the classroom and is just extremely intelligent.
Well, Lisa, it sounds like you're doing very well. You're just a few months away from being a high school student. Anything you're looking forward to in high school?
Cheerleading and speech.
Cheerleading and speech, okay. You brought someone with you today. Would you introduce him for us?
This is my daddy.
Hi, Daddy. Daddy's also Mr. Avery, teacher here at Madill. And Mr. Avery, you must be very proud of this young lady.
I'm very proud of her.
Sounds like she's doing very well in the classroom. So we want to congratulate you and honor you for your hard work and your achievement. We also want to tell you that as you move into high school, we think you're going to do very well, and keep up the good work. So for being academic all-star, we're going to present you with this award.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll be back in just a moment with another academic all-star. And we're back with another middle school student. Ms. Smith, it seems like we have some very good students in middle school really achieving in the classroom, and you brought another one today. Would you introduce him and tell him just a little bit about us?
Okay, this is Guillermo Saldivar. He's one of our honor students. He's a member of our National Honor Society. He does excellent work in the classroom. Excellent student. Teachers say great things about him. He's also a member of our band and has a concert coming up tonight that we're looking forward to. He's just a great kid, and so a lot of good things to say about him.
Guillermo, do you happen to have a favorite subject, favorite area?
Personally, I like math.
That's
my
great.
favorite.
You can do a lot of things in math. As I've told the other students this morning that are in the 8th grade, close to high school, so a whole new world, and doesn't take very long from there to graduate, so things move very quickly. And you brought someone with you today. Will you introduce her for us?
This is my mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hello.
Always a mom or a dad. Mom, tell us about this young man.
Well, he's very, he likes to study. He also likes to play a lot of games. So we are very proud of him. Whatever he wants to do, he achieves them, and that's why we're proud.
Well, Guillermo, sounds like you're doing very well in the classroom. And for that, we want to honor you today with this trophy, and we want to encourage you to keep up the good work. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And we'll be back in just a moment. And welcome back. We're here with another academic all-star from the middle school, and I believe our fourth of the day, Ms. Smith. This young man, he's about my size.
I know.
He's a large young man. I feel more comfortable around large people for some reason. Anyway, if you would, tell us who he is and tell us a little bit about him.
This is Griffin Williams, and he is another one of our excellent students at the middle school. He's a member of our National Honor Society also, and does excellent work in the classroom. Teachers just praise him. He's very polite, and he's a very committed athlete also. And so academically and athletically, he is at the top of our list.
Yeah, that's great. Griffin, as you move, as I've told or asked all the other 8th grade students this morning, it's very close to high school for you. Anything in particular you're looking forward to?
Winning wrestling state.
Wrestling state. I think you guys have a good chance. So I've been in the wrestling room, and I've seen the hard work they put in, and I think they're going to excel. We've got a couple of folks with us today. Would you introduce them for us?
Yes, sir. My dad and then my mom.
Welcome, guys. We appreciate you coming today. Sounds like this is a pretty good young man, and I'm going to guess you both are very proud of him.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we are. Griffin's a hard worker in the classroom and at home, and we just really encourage him and challenge him to do his best every day.
Well, it sounds like he is doing that. Griffin, for being here today and being an academic all-star, we want to honor you and give you this trophy and tell you to keep up the good work. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And we'll be back in just a moment with another academic all-star. And welcome back. We're here with our first high school academic all-star. Each year we honor students in the 5th, 8th, and 12th grade that are achieving in the classroom. And it's always nice when our seniors come through. They're so close to graduating and entering college, the real world, workforce. It's always a special time for them. And Ms. Tucker, high school principal, is here, and she has brought a young man that's doing very well in the classroom. If you would you introduce him and tell us just a little bit about him?
This is Hayden Holder. He's one of our senior honor students. Hayden is ranked among the top 4 in his senior class, and from what I hear from his teachers and see on his transcript and test results, he is an exceptionally gifted, bright young man, and we are excited to have him as a student at Madill High School. He represents us so well in so many ways, not just academically, but as a young man of high character who is an exceptional role model to other students. And we are excited to see the great things that we know the future holds in store for Hayden. And we're glad to honor him today.
Well, Hayden, you're just a spring semester away from college. Maybe you could tell us a little bit about the colleges you've applied to and maybe been accepted to.
Oh, I've applied to OU, OSU, and SMU, and I've been accepted at OU and OSU, and I haven't heard back from SMU yet. I think it'll be a couple weeks.
And I believe before we were visiting, you told me that something in the area of accounting?
Yeah, something.
Something like that? Well, you got a lot of time to make that decision.
Mm-hmm.
We've got some folks with you today, and if you would you take a moment and introduce them for us?
This is Alicia. She is my mom. This is Dawson. He is my brother. This is Ellie. She is my sister. This is Joe. He is my grandpa. And this is Anna. She is my grandma.
Welcome, guys. You guys, anytime we have a student in our Academic All-Star program, they're doing so very well. We find that the parents and the grandparents, their entire family is very proud of them, and I would say that you guys must be very proud too.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely, for sure.
Tell us a little bit about this young man.
This young man has been my golfing buddy for 10 years. He started golfing with me when he was 7 or 8 years old, and it took him a while, but he finally got to where he could beat me.
Have you taken any money off Grandpa?
No.
Not yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. Someday, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, we're very proud of you. We want to tell you that as you go forth and represent Madill, we look forward to great things, and we know you're going to do very well. And for being our Academic All-Star today, we want to present you with this award and congratulate you and tell you keep up the good work.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. We'll be back in just a moment with another Academic All-Star. And welcome back. We're here with another Academic All-Star, another senior. And as I said previously, every year as we introduce our seniors, it's a wonderful time because they're so close to graduating, and they've been through 13 and a half years of school and accomplished so much. And Ms. Tuck, this is a very special young man to us. And if you would you introduce him and tell him just a bit about him?
This is Joseph Tuck, one of our academic all-stars from Madill High School, who also happens to be my son. So I'm very proud and very honored today to recognize him for this great achievement. He has blessed us for 18 years, and we're so proud of his accomplishments. He's very bright, and we're proud of his academic success, and more proud probably of the fine young man he is. We know life holds great things in store, and we're excited and anxious to see what that will be in his future. But for now, we're proud of him. We're proud of all of his accomplishments. Like so many of our strong academic students, he's involved in other activities, and he's heavily involved in speech and has represented Madill High School so well in that area, and just very proud to be here as his principal and his mom today.
Joseph, as we get close to graduating, most of our seniors are applying to colleges. Have you applied to any?
I applied to OU.
And have you been accepted?
Yes.
And have you, I know it's a little early, but have you decided on an area of study?
I'm not sure yet, but I'm leaning towards medical diagnostician.
All right. That scares me just a little, but I also think you could do it. This wouldn't be a problem for you. Each year as we honor these students, it's kind of bittersweet for our seniors because we've had them for so long, and then now they're going out into the real world. So we look forward to all the wonderful things you're going to do in your life and the college years. And for being our Academic All-Star today, we will present you with this award, congratulate you, and tell you how proud we are of you.
Thanks.
And we'll be back in just a moment with another. And welcome back. We're here with another senior Academic All-Star. And Ms. Tuck, you brought some young men and women today that are very impressive. Would you introduce this young man and tell us about him?
This is Danny Sanchez. He is one of our honor students from Madill High School. He will be graduating with honors in May, one of our top academic students, and we're very proud of him and his academic accomplishments. These kids who are recognized for their academic honors have taken our honors track of courses, which are very rigorous, and they've maintained high grade point averages while being involved in other activities at school and representing us in other areas, and we're just extremely proud of Danny, and he's also an extremely fine young man, very personable, very well liked, very well respected among his peers and teachers, and we're just very happy to honor him today.
Well, Danny, I do, when the names came to me, all the principals nominate the students that are going to be academic all-stars. I do remember the name because I have heard it on the football field. I do believe you played football.
Yes, sir.
What position?
Left tackle, defensive end.
Defensive end. And I also believe you're a powerlifter too.
Yes, sir.
So you've got a spring of weights ahead of you.
Yes, sir.
All right. You brought some folks with you today. Nice looking family behind us. Would you introduce them?
Armando, my dad, Delphina, my mom, AJ, brother, and Jessica, sister, and Miguel, brother.
Well, Jessica, I think you were elected spokesperson for the family. Tell us about this young man and his accomplishments, and tell us about maybe more of his home life and what he is like around the house.
Well, Danny, he's always been a great kid all his life, as I can remember. Never had any trouble out of him that I can remember. He's still doing good in school, and he's a good kid at home and school, so very proud of him.
Well, Danny, we're very proud of you too, and we know you're going to accomplish great things in your life, and we look forward to graduation day, and you go out into the real world. But for being our academic all-star today, we want to present you with this award, tell you how proud we are, congratulate you, and tell you to keep up the good work.
Thank you.
And we'll be back in just a moment. And welcome back. We're here with our fourth academic all-star from our senior class. And Miss Tuck, I know this young man well, and I have watched him perform in the wrestling mat and in judging for several years now. Would you introduce him for us and maybe tell us just a bit about him?
This is Will Shelby. He is one of our top 4 ranked students in our senior class. He has a very strong academic record, and in addition to being very bright, he is one of the most well-behaved, well-mannered, respectful young men you'll ever have the pleasure of meeting. And he's involved in many activities, as Mr. Tuck mentioned, and to keep those grades, taking those honors classes and being involved in activities, it's a difficult thing. It takes a high level of commitment, and we're very proud of Will and his accomplishments and how well he's represented Madill High School in so many ways. And so thankful and fortunate to have him as a student, and excited and looking forward to what the future holds for him.
Well, you and I were talking a little bit earlier about some colleges you've applied to, and you also said that you wanted to go to college and judge.
Yes, sir.
And I think you have a pretty good track record in that area. Tell us about the colleges you've applied to, and maybe a little bit about their judging programs.
All right. Well, I've applied to Connor State College and as well as Blinn College, which is in Texas. They're both pretty good at judging, and I've been accepted to both of those, and hopefully we'll get a scholarship to livestock judge is what I plan on. And I've also applied to Oklahoma State just in case.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Well, you brought a young lady with you today,
Yep.
standing behind you. Would you introduce her for us?
Well, this young lady is my mother, Mary Lee Shelby.
Hey, Miss Shelby, how are you today?
Great.
Miss Shelby's also a teacher here at Madill Schools, and I know you and Mr. Shelby must be very, very proud of this young man.
We are very proud of him. His dad wished he could have been here today, and we're proud of Will's accomplishments, and he's a good boy.
Will was telling me earlier that possibly become a vet someday, and I believe I said that makes your dad the second best vet in the family, correct?
Hopefully.
Okay, all right. So maybe Dad will enjoy
He's
that.
not here, so.
Yeah, he's going to have to take what we say
Yeah.
today. Well, congratulations on being an academic all-star. Obviously, you've achieved well in the classroom. We want to encourage you to keep it up for your last semester and encourage you to go to college and do great things. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And we'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back. From time to time, we ask our administrators to recommend people, staff members, that are doing a wonderful job. We think all of our folks here, Ms. Smith, are doing a wonderful job, but every now and then someone stands out. And this month, middle school has asked Mr. Frank Davis to come by. Ms. Smith, would you please tell us a little bit about Mr. Davis and what he does and why you guys have nominated him this month?
Mr. Davis does a little bit of everything. He does anything we ask him to do. He's great. He works with a lot of our kids. He's just a kind man. I'm going to tear up because he is. He's just a wonderful person, and we are very, very blessed to have him at our school. Our kids love him. He's got a smile on his face all the time, which is great. It's very great.
Mr. Davis, I'm trying to think back. I don't believe I've ever heard anyone say a negative word about you. And that's hard because I hear a lot of stuff. So I know you have a very difficult job. You deal with kids primarily that have special needs.
Yeah.
How do you stay motivated every day to come to work and work with those young men and women?
I was a little afraid at first when I first started, but I got to know the kids, and I got to know them. I got to love them. So I just love them.
Well, I think that shines through in your work every day. For being our Spotlight employee, we have something for you. We have a Wildcat watch.
Wow.
We hope you will wear that with pride and keep up the good
Thank
work.
you, sir. Well, thank you.
Well, thank you for being here.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll be back in just a moment.
Hello, and I'm a fellow student, Roxy Villa, from the Madill High School. And I'm here today with Mr. Tuck, our superintendent. And Mr. Tuck, what's happening at our Madill schools?
Well, Roxy, it's always a busy time for us. I mean, there's rarely a time in the year that we're not busy and a lot of things going on, but this is especially busy. For one thing, old man winter showed up. It's pretty cold right now. I've noticed a lot of new coats running around school. So try to get through that. We've got 4 more days of school until we take our break. Busy time of year. We're doing 9 weeks test for our secondary students. Tonight we have a band concert, and they're also having a dinner. I believe it starts at 5:30, and then the band starts at 7 o'clock, and that will be in the Wildcat Den and in the Wildcat Fieldhouse. So we want to invite everybody out for that. That's always a wonderful time of year when we get to listen to our band and their performance. This Wednesday, the 21st, we have the Joyce Coleman Memorial Christmas with the Kids. I'm proud to say we're full. We have every classroom accounted for. We have, I'm going to say, right around 30 people coming. And a wonderful time where they read to the kids and then the kids read to them or do art projects. So we introduce our community to our kids, and it's a good time for both. A good learning experience. Really excited about this. Our wrestling team is going to Las Vegas over the break. That should be quite a trip.
Exciting.
You bet. Anytime you can go out of state and wrestle different people, I think that's great. It'll be something they always remember. When we come back, or the last week of our break, we'll have the Bean basketball tournament. So a lot of things going on over the break. What I'm really proud of is our construction's moving nicely. We're on time, we're on budget. I anticipate we'll start next year in the new middle school building. The ag shop is fairly close to being complete, and they've just broken ground on the early childhood center. So a lot of things going on there. The Board of Education has discussed the next bond projects and potential projects, and I believe they're going to go forward with a performing arts center, which would include classrooms for art, music, band, speech, drama, and tech ed, and move them across 5th Street, which is always a problem for us crossing the street. It's not a safe situation, but also those facilities are pretty inadequate, and we need to improve those. So I think that'll be our next project. Over the break also, we're going to complete a distance learning lab in the high school, which will allow our students more opportunities through concurrent classes from colleges, give them a lot more opportunities, and they'll never have to leave our campus. So as it stands now, a young man or a young lady could probably leave Madill High School with at least 12 hours of college, and now even more, and put them that much further ahead. So we got a lot of wonderful things going on right now. I want to take just a moment to thank our staff. From top to bottom, they work very hard, and I think they do a very good job for our students. We're greatly appreciative of that. And we want to thank our students. We've had a pretty good first semester. We've accomplished a lot of things, and I see a lot of growth out of our students.
Yeah.
So very proud of that. And last, I think we should probably wish them a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Of course. Merry Christmas to all.